Thank you very much to join this webinar. New South Wales own free global ranked top 100 university plus Australian large economy, valued at 558 billion in 2016 to 17, or about 33% of Australia's GDP. We are so nice to have Mr. Singh Ribonja to give us a presentation for all Hong Kongers.
Thank you very much to inviting me to participate in your webinar today. That's a really great opportunity. As has been introduced, my name is Zane. I am the Associate Director within New South Wales Treasury, which is an agency of the New South Wales Government. And my responsibility is certainly to look after the New South Wales business and skilled migration programs and into places in Asia and Hong Kong. And we were there last in about this time last year. And in those travels that we go and meet with people such as yourself and agents to talk about why someone may wish to come to New South Wales, to do business here, to invest here, and certainly to migrate here. And we do have a very strong interest of clients coming from Hong Kong and Asia more broadly. So today I just wanted to give a quick presentation, if I may, on the New South Wales Business and Investor Migration Program. I'm going to really just present this to you as kind of like a day in the life of someone who's living and working in Sydney as a business and investor migrant. So hopefully you'll get a taste of, or a preview hopefully, of what your new life in Sydney and New South Wales will look like or could look like. And then I'll just touch very briefly on some of the nomination criteria. I really just want to present to you living and working in New South Wales. Really, I guess it's starting your morning in beautiful Sydney, or potentially you might live somewhere in New South Wales outside of Sydney. But this is our famous harbour, early morning, and this actually does play as a video. And it gives you an idea of sort of morning over the harbour. But when you wake up in Sydney or starting your day, you'll wake up very, very happy. Sydney is one of the most desirable cities in the world to live, and that's why it's very popular with business and investor migrants. A lot of research shows that Sydneysiders are some of the happiest people in the world, and I guess for me, why wouldn't you be when you have access to the beautiful coastline, beautiful fresh air, and a lot of people, as you can see, this person is starting their day with some exercise along the waterfront and a jog. So very safe, clean environment. When you live in Sydney, you can live in some spectacular seaside homes with easy access to the city. So as you can see with these apartments and homes, they're very opened up to take advantage of the beautiful fresh air, the warm climate, and what we say is kind of like an indoor-outdoor style of living. So homes are very much built around the environment. It's also very popular to have, and you'll probably find in Sydney you might have more spacious homes than where you currently are living. A lot of people like to have backyards or front yards, a lot more space for their children to grow up and run around and play, and to really develop into healthy young adults. Some people, of course, also like to live in the city or in designer modern apartments, and a very typical feature is that they're very modern with quite spacious interiors. We also find that heritage and modern sort of urban style terraces are also very popular. You'll find these around the inner city suburbs of Darlinghurst, Paddington, for example, Newtown. But as I said, all homes are really designed to take advantage of our wonderful temperate climate, where we have very long summers and very short, crisp winters. So you can really, really take advantage of that great sort of quality of life. And what sort of better way to start your day than with eating our safe, fresh quality produce, whether it's seafood, beef, fruits and vegetables. It's all on offer, and it's all generally sourced quite locally as well. So we have a very high quality of food, so a great way to start the day by having a breakfast with your family. And then if you're taking your children to school, it's great to know that your children have access to world-class education. New South Wales has a range of both public schools, private schools, Catholic schooling systems, and that really is emphasis on that top quality education. And that goes right through to the tertiary level at the university. As your children go into university, we have 11 internationally recognised universities, and Australia and Sydney has been the #1 destination for international students. So whether or not your students choose to study law or medicine, engineering, computer science, a whole range of things, it is all available at a very high level in Sydney. You're doing business yourself, it's great to know that you'll be based in an area or a city where a lot of big national and international companies have headquarters or major offices. So Qantas, Westpac, Google, Facebook, Boeing all have a significant presence here. And of course, Sydney is home to the Australian Stock Exchange. So a great place to sort of establish your business and be connected to that great business community. A little bit on our economy, and some of this is pre the COVID situation, but we have had a AAA credit rating. We have the lowest business tax rate in Australia. It really was the place in Australia where the economy is thriving, and as we move out of COVID, Sydney will be the focus point of getting Australia back on its feet. It's a stable place to live and invest. The size of our economy was at around $513 billion. It's the largest economy in Australia, and home to just 8 million people. But over 2 million people do have a bachelor's degree or above. That's more than any other state. So if you're setting up a business here, you really do have access to a qualified, very skilled workforce. In New South Wales, we really are investing in the future, and we're doing that around 4 pillars of smart, connected, sustainable, and healthy. That's how we really want to shape our economy going forward. And to give you an insight into some of the things that we are investing in, we've got a record investment into health infrastructure, our public transport system, our Farm Innovation Fund, but of particular note would be the new Western Sydney Airport. So that's going to be Sydney's second international airport. It's going to operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So as that airport springs up, there'll be a lot of businesses and new business precincts around that area, so a lot of opportunity for business and investor migrants. You'll probably find that doing business in Sydney, New South Wales and Australia more broadly is probably a little bit more casual and relaxed. Very normal to meet your clients and even your colleagues for a casual lunch throughout the week, and sort of what better place to do that than overlooking the spectacular city. Perhaps more your style to do business on the golf course. Very popular with men to do their business meetings playing golf. In and around the city, Sydney, we have 58 public golf courses and 75 private golf clubs. So there is a lot of opportunity to get out and even do business in the fresh air. If you're connecting back to Asia, Sydney and Asia are only a 2-hour time zone apart. The Sydney airport is just 20 minutes from the CBD, so you can jump in a cab from your office and be into the airport pretty quickly. And there is numerous direct flights back into Asia every day. But if you're staying in Sydney for the day, perhaps you're involved in your children's after-school activities. We do have a very big emphasis on a very clean, healthy lifestyle here, particularly around sport. So you may be taking your children to their after-school sporting activities, whether it's football, soccer, basketball, swimming, athletics, you name it. But also a great opportunity for yourself to get out and exercise as well. Particularly if you're around the coastline where you can really enjoy that high air quality and spend more time with your family outdoors. But Sydney really is that place, and Australia, I think, where you can really do the activities that you love to do. We want you to come here and work hard, but we don't want you just to work. We want you to enjoy, the great quality of life that's on offer in Sydney and in New South Wales. And I think that's really available here. That's not necessarily available in other places. Some places you can enjoy a lot of things, but there's no work opportunities, or you can work really hard and there's not much opportunity to get out and enjoy those things that you love. But here you can go sailing on the harbour, into the Blue Mountains. We have fantastic multicultural communities, very welcoming, great shopping with international luxury brands and local boutiques. Of course, our famous coastline, lots of beaches, and the children really do love to get out along the beach. more beautiful parks, gardens and forests, great for barbecues and picnics and meals with your family. We've got a fantastic art scene with premier galleries and museums of local and Indigenous and international artists. And of course, everyone loves to go dining, eating out in really nice restaurants with internationally acclaimed chefs across a whole range of different multi-cultural cuisine. Italian, Asian food, American, European, it's all there. And of course, you know, our beautiful harbour, the host of many hallmark events such as the Vivid Lights Festival, New Year's celebrations, so much going on at the Opera House. There's a lot also to do outside of Sydney, so that kind of area that we're showing on the map now is all of New South Wales, Sydney just being a tiny speck of New South Wales, and there's lots of areas to get out and explore. And it's a lot more closer and accessible than you actually would think. So to get to the Blue Mountains, which is very popular, it's simply a 2 hours drive away, and you can take some fantastic opportunities for photos there. You can go skiing in the snowy mountains within 4 hours. You can go up to the Hunter Valley, one of the world's most famous wine producing areas now, which is just a 3 hour drive away. And of course, up to beautiful Byron Bay in a 1 hour flight for a tropical luxury beachside holiday. So New South Wales, Sydney really, I suppose, combines, in my opinion, and certainly a lot of business and investor migrants agree, that opportunity to do great business, to invest, be very successful in a great business and economic environment, which is safe and stable and secure, but also where you can pursue that really great quality of life right on your doorstep. I think this picture here of a whale jumping out of the water with a CBD in the background is really evident of that. The key message that I really want you to take away is that we are very welcoming of business and investor migrants, no matter where in the world you are or come from. We love people with business and investor skills to be able to come to New South Wales and follow their dreams and their passions to be successful in business. So we do welcome investor migrants, business migrants, and some sort of venture capitalists as well. So there are a number of visa pathways, and as I said, I will let your migration agents talk about this in more detail to you. But essentially, it's two components with various streams under those. It's the subclass 188 visas, so the business innovation investment, and then that's the 132 is the business talent visa. So we nominate applicants under all of these visa subclasses except the 132B, which is the venture entrepreneur stream. So we do not currently nominate applicants for that particular visa. The reason being is that we don't believe that that visa attracts the right people to come through. So we do not nominate people for that particular visa. We are very much focused on the 188A, the 188B, the 188C, and the 132A. And we are the leading destination in Australia for significant investor visa applicants. So you can see there that the business innovation stream is for small and medium business operators who want to start a business. It's a points-tested visa. The investor stream is where you invest into New South Wales Waratah bonds. The significant investor visa is an investment of $5 million into managed funds. And then the significant business history visa, the 132A, is again a business visa which delivers exceptional economic benefit to New South Wales. So that's it from me. I'd kind of be happy now to take a couple of questions, maybe just a few, so you can proceed with the rest of your seminar, because I really don't want to go into too much further information. As I said, it's a very simple process. Your agents can guide you through this. They'll help you decide on the right visa pathway. They'll submit your expression of interest. You apply to us for your nomination, and then you'll be able to go through and lodge your application with the Department of Home Affairs, the Australian government. We do have a number of representative offices around the world, and we do have an office in Guangzhou that is actually responsible for our activity in Hong Kong as well. So if you'd like to know more about trade and investment opportunities at a more broader macro level, can certainly put you in contact with our Trade and Investment Commissioners in the relevant office. So that's it from me. We'd welcome you to come down and visit Australia when you're able to, hopefully when the situation in the world improves a little bit, and hopefully even make a visa application to live here and migrate here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Singh. Thank you, Mr. Singh. 頭先咧 Mr. Singh 都講咗好多大概澳洲生活嘅嘢啦，澳洲啲小朋友嘅 lifestyle 啦，澳洲點解係一個好好嘅投資嘅地方啦。
Yes.
咁here I have some questions. Some audience want to ask Mr. Singh. They want to ask is which industry is more welcome to invest?
Yeah, so I mean, with the 188A visa, there is obviously an age limit there that you need to meet. We do offer age waivers, but we only offer age waivers where people are able to show exceptional economic benefit to New South Wales. So provide us with a very strong reason as to why we should waive the age requirement. Now, we don't actually put any sort of stipulations around that. That's really up to you to present to us a case as to how you would be exceptional in that regard. So a lot of ideas around that may be that you're investing or setting up a business in something that's quite innovative or new, or you're bringing technologies to Australia that we simply don't have here, or there's a very unique market opportunity. So it's not sometimes just about, say, doubling the investment amount or creating more jobs. It's about something really unique and interesting that you would proposition us with. In terms of preferred industry sectors, we don't really, at this stage anyway, tell people what industries that they should go into. Of course, we generally do prefer people to be in industry sectors that are a little bit more geared towards what we call the jobs of the future. So stuff definitely in the sort of the technology space, and we're looking at stuff around cybersecurity, medical technologies, financial technologies, those types of things, as well as, you know, new advanced manufacturing practices, defense technologies, creative arts and animation, all those types of things. You know, a lot of that type of stuff, I guess, would get us more interested and supportive of your application than what we sometimes see that migrants want to do, which is very low value trade and export activity, retail, cafes, property development. So whilst we don't exclude those, it's really not our preference that people do those. The reason being is that we are trying to really focus on, as I said earlier, having an economy that's very resilient towards the future, that's, you know, sustainable, healthy, and is creating really good long-term jobs in our economy, and where we want to take Australia to the next level. And that's what we're looking for, people with those capabilities.
咁 Mr. Singh 就講啦，其實佢唔係話唔，即係其實佢 nominate 你，唔係因為你可以 double up 你個投資，又或者係啲咩，係你有冇一個好嘅解釋方案，或者係你令到佢說服佢可以 nominate 你。不過咧 New South Wales 咧就 more welcome 咧嗰啲，譬如咧 say innovative 即係創新創意係啦，就唔係一啲 low value，例如好似 cafe trading 呢啲咁冇咁 welcome。
佢係 ask for 一個即係 exceptional 咯，佢係幫你特別去 prove 你就用188A 啦，咁所以你嗰個 proposal， 你個 business proposal 就非常重要啦，咁樣。
And other, thank you very much. And other audience asked, any new policy of 188 or 188E after resume on July?
Yeah, no new policy at this stage from New South Wales. You may be aware potentially that the Australian government did undertake a review of the Australian Business Innovation and Investor Visa Program. And that has been put on hold just because of the COVID situation, the outcomes of that and what they'll suggest. So that may be quite a few months away now. And then once that sort of comes out, we will review the New South Wales nomination policies and visa policies around that. But at this stage, things are proceeding just as normal. So unless otherwise advised, it's the same as you know we would normally advertise. In terms of the visa processing, that is done by the Department of Home Affairs. We've certainly said to them that, you know, there's a good opportunity here for using the skills of business and investor migrants in the recovery post-COVID situation. In terms of our own nomination, we do things very quickly anyway. So as soon as you get your application in, we generally turn it around as quickly as we can.
咁嚟緊咧開7月1號啦，會重新開放嗰個 quota 啦，尤其是投資移民，咁會唔會有其他 policy 咧？係
冇㗎，同之前係一樣嘅，
即係大家唔使擔心嗰個 invest 個銀碼會大咗啦，又或者其他爛咗啦，係啦，咁就係一個好好嘅消息。嗰個 processing time of visa 會唔會有啲乜嘢因為改變或者係拉長咗？佢話咁，因為其實始終都有 pandemic 嘅問題，咁可能會因為移民局啦，可能都會需要啲時間，咁所以其實就可能會有啲時間，但係其實都係 unknown 嘅。
佢都講佢哋會盡快，係啦，佢哋會好快去處理。
Hi, Mr. Stain. This is Kylie. I've just got a question about the stay requirement for 1AA and also perhaps also 1AA8. I mean 1AA is regarding 2 years stay requirement. So is there like any definite requirement in terms of how long each stay has to be? Say for example, if I'm just traveling like to Sydney for like 1 week or 2 weeks, would it also count into 2 years stay requirement in order to obtain the permanent the PR later after 4 years?
Then I think I'll be the best position to answer the question.
Great, go ahead.
So the requirement for the applicant to stay in Australia for minimum 2 years out of 4 years. So if you travel for a week, you will be counted towards the 2 years. So hopefully they will answer your question, Kylie.
You mean that will also be counted?
Yes.
All right, thanks.
We heard a lot of news that say 1AC the investing amount is more bigger.
Yeah.
It's jumped to
now it's 5 million.
Yes, we'll jump to 6 or 7 millions. So any news that we can know more earlier?
Yeah.
About
the
investment
1AC.
1AC, the investment amount.
So in response to that question, I just refer back to what I said earlier, that there is no upcoming change as far as we're aware at this stage. The federal government, the Australian government, has undertaken a review of the business and investment program, but that's just been put on hold while we work through the COVID situation. And then following that, New South Wales will review what it needs to change about its nomination criteria. But we don't have any insights to any potential changes at this stage, so things remain the same for the time being. We, of course, don't have an open program for the remainder of this year because we've used all of our places, and we are dependent on the Home Affairs providing us with a new tranche of places to begin the new program year in July. Okay, well, thank you very much for having me, and good luck, and hope to see you soon.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
好，咁我哋可能Mr. Singh 其實都希望呢啲問題咧，就係由翻一啲 agents， 我哋 immigration agents 移民顧問啦，去幫大家去答嘅。係啦，咁但係咧，佢而家咧只可以話到俾大家聽咧，佢都其實要等緊移民局去 announce， 但係呢個 status 咧，其實係唔會有任何改變住先嘅。
佢都未曾收到係呢樣嘢。
咁或者我哋請阿 Adam 啦，會唔會可以解釋到一啲關於嘅188E 啦，出邊好多 misunderstanding 嘅，係啦，或者我哋請阿 Adam。
So the basic requirements are the age under 55 and must have IELTS 6 for each band, and must have a innovative idea can contribute to the economy, and must have a funding agreement with venture capital funds or university or government. They cannot buy existing business. They cannot have a labor hiring business. They cannot have franchise businesses or real estate businesses in 1AA. So there are all these requirements.
其實188E 嘅 requirement 都係55歲或以下啦，即係唔使計數啦。咁你有個好好嘅 innovative 嘅 idea 啦，係啦，點樣去可以俾一啲投資啦，或者係 venture capital 去 nominate 嚟啦，咁樣咁係啦，咁如果你有嘅話，咁就其實係一個好好嘅機會。
即係簡單講，就要一份好好嘅好 innovative 嘅一 business plan 啦，冇錯。
Mr. Singh, it's Charles here. Can you just clarify, is the 188E still available for New South Wales?
Yeah, 188E, yes.
What was the one that you said wasn't available?
It's the 132B, the 132VCE.
I think. Thank you.
如果佢買物業喺嗰邊收租啦，即係用個 rental income 咁樣。May I apply for the 1AAB?
Yeah. So this is a very good question, and the answers are very possible. So the requirement is the applicant must have more than 3 investment properties, minimum 3 investment properties. And it's better for the applicant to have also share portfolios and some other investments as a mixed investment portfolio to apply for 1AAB. So I went through the 5 basic requirements in order for the applicant to apply for the visa. So in terms of the state nomination, the business plan is very important. It has to meet the state's requirement as to be an innovative business. So under the migration law, innovation has been interpreted broadly instead of in a narrow sense. So anything is not traditional will be innovative, but it will be decided case by case. Innovative idea will have a 90% chance of success. So anything related to a innovative platform, it will be recognized by the department and also the state.
咁其實咧innovative 個 definition 就唔係大家諗到咁誇張啦。Innovative 最緊要就係你一個好嘅 proposal， 好嘅 proposal 咧 doesn't mean 你係要 work out 咗出嚟先，首先你要有個 proposal 先嘅啫。係啦，咁呢個 innovative 咧亦都唔係話哇，好似我要整一個火箭上太空，其實係可能未必係一個 apps 啊，或者有啲好 normal， 總之唔傳統嘅生意，好係傳統所謂嘅 definition of 傳統咧。頭先咧 Mr. Singh 都講咗 trading 啦，
係啦 ，trading 佢唔 welcome
咖啡啦咁樣。咁其實 apps 啊或者係一個網上嘅生意都係可以 count 咗一個 innovative 嘅。
同埋咧，若果譬如你哋唔想咁樣按 camera 問咧，咁你之後你可以揾我哋嘅，你可以揾我哋公司啦。咁我哋一樣係可以答到大家啦。因為之後私下你約我哋去 one to one 啦，即係同你面對面去問問題啦。如果有關188A 咧，咁就需要計分嘅話咧，咁你亦都可以上嚟我哋公司嗰度做計分啦。
有冇人？
就我想問咧，頭先就提到188B 啊定係 A 咯，唔記得咗。佢講話要 3 properties 咧 ，properties 嗰個定義可唔可以係叫話車位得唔得㗎
？B 個位應該係講緊188B。
The parking lot is also can be counted.
我想問喺188E 咧，咁其實如果有個 business proposal 啦，咁其實需唔需要 invest by VC 啊，或者係啲大學機構嗰啲咁樣情況？
一定要。
Yeah, under the migration law, all the 1AA business must have a funding agreement with the venture capital funds. So funding agreement means the venture capital fund will invest into the applicant's business.
係啦，大家都聽到啦。如果你有一個好嘅 proposal， 咁你一定就要有持牌嘅 VC 啦。咁佢覺得你一定要有 agreement， 佢願意投資你，咁你先可以被 nominate 呢一個188E， 成為呢一個188E被 nominate 而攞到 TR 嘅，然後繼而攞到 PR 嘅。係啦，咁所以你都係需要有 VC 去啦。如果需要嘅話，其實可以之後留翻言問我哋，咁我哋都會有呢方面嘅資源嘅。係啦，
咁同埋好坦白講，如果你本身喺香港嗰度已經係經營緊生意嘅，而你又有一個好好嘅 business plan 嘅，咁你就未必一定需要經188E啦，因為你喺香港有你嘅 experience 啦，有2年以上，而且你個業績又好好嘅話咧。咁我覺得你就可以直接申請188A 啦，係啦。
咁好多人咧就話，譬如我有好多 friend 就話，喂，其實我做緊生意嘅。係啊。咁我
中小企啊。
係啦，我就可以用188E啦，我
188A啦，係啦。
OK， 我可以去嗰邊投資，我就可以做移民。咁但係我 BUD 其實可以申請去發展。係，可以。嗱，其實 BUD 係幫助你發展你嘅生意咧，去到東盟同埋澳洲啦、紐西蘭啦咁。咁當然你一個好嘅 business plan， 而 Hong Kong government 又 approve 咗，咁你亦都可以去嗰邊做你嘅生意。咁亦都你符合到澳洲嘅一個移民嘅188A 嘅嗰個要求嘅話咧，咁你又可以 apply 埋188A 呢一個 visa 咯。
係你好，係我想問一問咧，關呢個188B 咧，先話提過，即係188多咧，因為係要3個 properties。
係冇錯。
我想問個三個 properties 嘅意思係我本身個 asset 入邊要包括三個 properties 啊，定係我要 invest 喺三個 properties 入邊？
If you own 3 properties, that means you have already invested into 3 properties.
本身有個資產嘅要求啊嘛。咁嗰個三個 properties 嗰三個物業係我資產嘅要求入邊包括呢三個物業啊，定係我將來如果真係要 invest 即係我冧心喺澳洲嘅時候係要 invest 喺包括三個物業。
So your existing portfolio must have minimum 3 properties. So once the visa is granted, you have to invest $1.75 million into the treasury bond.
即係你手頭上已經要有3個 properties， 不過我想提一提你呢個3個 properties， 你一定要係揸住超過2年嘅時間，做晒 valuations 先叫做
有晒 valuation report，
係啦，
幫你計過價，
唔係而家即刻買。如果188B 嘅話咧，就大概要1.5秒啦，
一定要係啦，買government bond 啊或者一啲
咁如果
嘢啦，
嘅話咧，咁就比較好啲嘅，就唔係要你投資嘅，不過就要 venture capitals 啊，或者係 funding
invest 落去呢
個，不過就係20萬澳紙起跳嘅，20萬澳紙即係投資20萬澳紙喺你度，
喺你個 plan 嗰度，
係啦，喺你個 proposal 嗰度，咁你就可以 nominate 你啦。
Requirement for 188E does not need to be so innovative as doing something like rocket science, but may I know by the time of applying the 888 from the 10 TR to PR, what is the basic evaluation requirement? Let's say how to count the degree of innovation or the achievement before they grant us the permanent residency?
Key factors and supplementary factors the government is going to look at, but from our analysis, we recommend any 2 out of the 4 key factors. So the 4 key factors are the turnover $300,000 each year for the remaining 2 years and the last 2 years. So that's the first key factor. So the second key factor is the number of employees. So you must have 2 employees. Third factor is you can have a patent for your business. The third requirement is you attract reinvestment from the venture capital fund. So 4, you only have to achieve 2 out of 4.
That's not just the entry requirement for applying the 188, but also is the same for turning from PR to TR. Also count on these basic requirements. No need to find someone to evaluate the innovation degree, right?
The venture capital fund will do the assessment of your business plan. If the venture capital fund assess your business plan as not innovative, you are not going to get a funding agreement.
Yeah.
關於個資產嗰度係咪一定要有3個 properties？ 因為照我所知就係話，總之個資產到某一個 amount， 譬如係即係個 investment 啦，佢可以係 share， 所以係 mutual fund 係咪？定係一定要係有3個 properties 嘅？如果係個資產嗰個計。
你係講緊188E係咪
？188 boy。
So for 188B, when I talking about properties, so those are applicants, they only have properties. So if you have a mixed portfolio, so you can share, you can have property, maybe 1 or 2, or you can have other investments. So for example, investment in bonds. So it doesn't have to be 3 properties. If you have a mixed portfolio.
Cooperation with the management company and have a proposal together. Can he take this proposal to venture capitals to take the invest or funding agreement?
Yeah. So the venture capital fund is not going to assess any management agreement because this is internal affairs of the company. So they're only going to assess the business idea and your revenue and profit projection. They are the key to the assessment. They are not going to look at other agreements available. It is not difficult. I think we have a professional team can do pre-assessment. So to make sure when VC look at it, it will pass the due diligence process. Will be the applicant get a funding agreement from the venture capital funds.
Okay, 嗱，咁咧其實咧大家都唔需要咁擔心180嘅，因為咧其實你哋可以問翻你哋身邊嘅agency 啦。咁我其實agency 其實180首先唔係會叫咗你去做一大餐嘢，佢會 evaluate 個評估過你嘅business proposal 啱唔啱分我哋 VC 會唔會投資落嚟度？如果係能夠 go ahead 咧，咁先會去 go ahead 嘅啫。
係啦，所以
就唔需要擔心。如果大家手
如果
頭上
唔可以第一 round 唔得，咪改到
係啦，
佢
改到得啦，
係啦。
係啦，咁咧其實我哋手頭上咧，其實都會有好多唔同嘅 venture capital 公司可以幫到大家嘅。如果大家手頭上自己已經有個好好嘅 idea 未寫出嚟，或者係你已經心裏邊有個 idea 想講俾我聽，又或者你已經寫咗，
係咯，揾我哋，
你就可以揾翻你自己嘅 agents 啦。係啦，咁我哋都會做一個中介嘅橋梁啦，咁就可以幫大家同拉入venture capital 公司。咁thank you very much for Adam. Thank you very much for your time for presentations today. Adam is once again, Adam is a chairman of Australian China Migration and Education Associations. 係啦，咁多謝大家嘅時間，好多謝，好歡迎大家，好多謝大家去參加我哋嘅 webinar，同埋我哋再一次咁多謝 Adam 係真係用咗好多時間去幫我哋俾好多意見我哋，同埋我哋今次 webinar run 得咁順暢，都好多謝 Adam 嘅。Okay, thank you Adam, thank you for your help.
Yeah, and then thank you everybody.
Okay, 多謝大家。